At 16, I stood in the humming chaos of Cleveland Hopkins Airport, my backpack slung over one shoulder, a crumpled ticket trembling in my hand, my mother's voice cutting through the din. Like a blade, "You're not my daughter," she said, her eyes icy, her face a mask of resolve. She dropped my suitcase at my feet, turned, walked away, her heels clicking, a fading tattoo on the scuffed tile. I froze, breath trapped in my chest, travelers swirling around me, a sea of suitcases and shouts, her words ringing. "You're not my daughter." 16 years of my life splintering in an instant, abandoned in a terminal with no explanation, no goodbye, just a one-way ticket to nowhere. But when the truth unraveled years later, a tidal wave of secrets crashed back, exposing a past she'd buried deep, a lie she'd spun to shield me, a daughter she couldn't erase. I stood there that day, lost, alone. But the story didn't end there. It began, a long, winding road through shadows and revelations. It was Thursday, June 11th, 2015, a muggy evening. In our Cleveland suburb, the air sticky with summer heat, cicadas droning in the trees like a chorus of restless ghosts. I sprawled on my bed, 16, lanky, awkward, sketching dragons in a battered notebook, my room a mess of art supplies and crumpled clothes. Mom yelled from downstairs, "Tara, dinner." I trudged down in my faded pajama shorts, barefoot, on the creaky stairs. She stood at the counter chopping onions, her blonde bob frizzy from the humidity. Her nurse scrubs stained with coffee sat at the table. Picked at meatloaf she'd made, too dry, too salty. She barely ate, just sipped water, eyes darting to the clock. "We're leaving tomorrow," she said, sudden, sharp. What I asked, mouth full. "Airport tomorrow morning," frowned. "Airport?" Why, she didn't answer, just kept chopping onions faster. Mind spun. She'd been off for weeks, snapping over spilled milk, locking her bedroom door at night. Figured it was work, our stress. Wearing her thin, didn't push, just ate, sketched on a napkin. Her face tired lines, didn't know it was our last night together. Friday, June 12th. 2015 dawned, hot sun glaring through my window, woke to Mom banging pots downstairs, her usual morning racket. "Get up, Tara, we're leaving soon," she shouted, climbed out of bed groggy, pulled on jeans and a ratty t-shirt, stumbled down. She stood at the stove, scrambling eggs, hands shaking a little. "Pack your bag," she said, not looking up. "What for?" "Airport, I've got a plan." Voice tight. "Plan?" Squinted at her back. She'd never traveled, never left Ohio except that one trip to Niagara Falls when I was 6, stuffed clothes into my backpack, confused, toothbrush, sketchbook, socks. No idea why she shoved a plate at me. "Eat quick." Checked the clock, 9:15 a.m. Ate in silence, her eyes everywhere. "But me, something wrong?" I asked. She shook her head. "Finish up, we're out at 10. Gut twisted, her silence louder than words. Didn't know I was hours from losing her. We left at 10:03 a.m. Piled into her rusting Corolla, me in the passenger seat, backpack on my lap, suitcase she'd packed in the trunk. Her gripping the wheel, knuckles pale, radio off, just engine hum and tires slapping wet pavement from last night's rain. Cleveland's suburbs slid by strip malls with flickering signs, gas stations with cracked pumps, houses with sagging porches. She didn't talk, just drove, eyes locked ahead. I watched her, sharp jaw tight, lips a woman I didn't recognize. "Where we going?" I asked, breaking the quiet. "Airport," she said, clipped. "Why?" "Business," muttered. "Business." Squinted. She was a nurse, not a jet setter, no suitcase for her, just mind. Traffic thickened near Hopkins, horns blaring. She wove through lanes, silent, mind raced. "Business." "What business?" Her hands shook on the wheel, couldn't ask more, couldn't pierce her wall. Just sat there, dread growing a seed I couldn't name. Pulled into short-term parking at 10:47 a.m. Sky heavy with gray clouds, rain threatening. She yanked my suitcase from the trunk, handed me a ticket. "Gate 12, she said, voice flat. "Follow me." Pushed through glass doors into the terminal. Noise slammed me. Voices overlapping, announcements crackling, suitcase wheels rattling. She marched ahead. I trailed, heart pounding, suitcase bumping my shins. "What's happening?" Mom slowed, pointed to check-in line. "Get your bag tagged." Obeyed, fumbling with ticket. "Destination Chicago, no return." Stared at her. "You're not coming." Shook her head. "No time to dig deeper." Line moved fast, bag tagged, ticket scanned. She grabbed my arm, pulled me toward security, grip bruising. "Travelers jostled us." I stumbled, mind a fog, her pace relentless. Reached security line, ropes snaking around posts. She stopped, turned her eyes hard. "You're not my daughter," she said, low, firm words. Punched my chest, breath gone. "What?" Whispered. Didn't flinch. "You're not mine, Tara." Go. Dropped suitcase, stepped back, turned, walked away, heels clicking tile. I stood frozen, backpack slipping, travelers pushing past, voice over PA droning about delays. Couldn't move, couldn't scream. Watched her vanish into crowd. 16 alone, ticket clutched tight, world collapsing. Didn't know how, just knew she'd left me there, a ghost in a sea of strangers. Mind blank, body numb, her words a loop I couldn't break. Minutes stretched, security guard nudged me. "Kid, you going?" Or what? Snapped back, grabbed suitcase, shuffled through line, shoes off, bag scanned, moved, robotic gate. 12 loomed, flight to Chicago boarding. Sat on plastic chair, stared at ticket. Tara Lynn Hayes, age 16, destination unknown. Mind churned, raised me 16 years. Bedtime stories with dragons, school Lunches in brown bags, fights over curfews. Now this "you're not my daughter" phone buzzed. Dad's number, ignored it, left. When I was 3, remarried, gone, couldn't call him. Not now. Announcement crackled. Last call Chicago. Stood boarded plane seat 17B window, stared at clouds. As we climbed alone, lost castaway. At 16 sky vast, my world shrinking. Plane landed O'Hare. 1:22 p.m. Central Time. Shuffled off with crowd, backpack, heavy suitcase. Dragging, no plan, no one waiting. Terminal swallowed me. Signs for taxis, buses, trains. Spun around, sat on bench, pulled phone. Mom's number, stared, didn't call. What say? "You're not my daughter." Loop, texted Jess, friend back. Cleveland, mom ditched me. Airport, WTF, reply fast. OMG, where are you? Chicago, typed, don't know why. Called, no answer. Sat hours, people passing. Bought soda, counted cash, $47. All I had. Night fell, slept on bench. Runaway, by default. Cold metal, under me, dreams of her walking away. Woke stiff, cold. Airport, quieter. Janitors, sweeping. Travelers, sparse. Checked phone. 3 a.m. Jess texted, stay safe, call tomorrow. Nodded to no one. Stood, wandered, found 24-hour diner in terminal. Ordered fries with last $10. Waitress eyed me. Runaway, asked, maybe, shrugged. Slid extra fries on house. Ate slow, mind churning. Mom's face, her voice, her walk away. Why Chicago? Why me? Sketched on napkin her profile, sharp angry lines. Tore it up, tossed it. 16 alone, no home, no mom, just ticket. Like couldn't sleep more. Sat, fries cold. Dawn creeping through windows, lights flickering. My only company thoughts a tangle I couldn't unravel. Morning gray light filtering. Decided move. Took bus downtown. $2 fare. Streets buzzed. Suits noise. Found library. Free Wi-Fi. Sat computer. Googled mom's name. Ellen Hayes, nurse, Cleveland. Nothing useful. Just hospital site. Stared. Typed "you're not my daughter." Forums. Popped adoption stories. Abandonment tales. Heart raced. Adoption never heard from her. Dug birth records. Ohio public access. Tara Lynn Hayes. Born June 12, 1999. Mother Ellen Hayes. Father unknown. No surprises but nagged. Clicked hours. Library. Quiet world. Loud questions. Who was I really? Sketched her face on scrap paper. Eyes cold. Answers hiding in shadows. Night 2. No money. Asked cop where. Sleep. Pointed youth shelter downtown. Walked blocks. Suitcase rattling. Checked in. Woman desk. Soft eyes. Tara wrote name. Gave cot blanket. Slept fitful dreams. Heels clicking. Woke kids whispering. Runaways. Showered. Ate oatmeal. Offered. Called Jess, I'm safe. Sort of begged come back. How? No ticket, no cash. Cried. Hung up. Staff asked plans. Shrugged. Stay few days. Fine. Started sketching faces. Mom's mostly trying. Draw answers from lines. Met kid. They're Alex 17. Runaway 2. Shared stories. His dad beat him. Mine left me. Bonded over scars. Day 3. Shelter counselor. Mike sat me down. Tara, what story? Spilled. Mom, airport. Not my daughter. Frowned. Adoption. Maybe. Nodded. Checked records. No adoption. Under Hayes. Could be private. Sealed. Suggested call Cleveland Social Services. Did voice shaky. Woman searched. Tara Hayes 99. Nothing. Try hospitals. Hung. Mike handed card. PI friend. Cheap rates. Jack. Riley stared. Pocketed. Mind spinning. Adoption secret. Something else. Alex watched. Said, you're digging deep. Yeah, need truth. Couldn't stop. Had to know. Kept sketching. Mom's face. Nights. Day 5. Scraped cash. Shelter chores. Called Jack. Riley gruff. Met diner near shelter. 50ish. Balding. Coffee stained tie. Laid out. Mom left. Not my daughter. Sipped coffee. Nodded. Could be adoption. Worse. Paid $50. Start hospital birth records. Said left handshake. Walked back. Mind storm. Adoption. Worse. What? Slept card under pillow. Dreams. Locked doors. Mom's eyes. Alex asked. Next morning. Keep going. Nodded. He grinned. You're tough. Tougher than I knew. Then weeks dragged. Jack called twice. No luck. Hospital. Found birth cert. Ellen Hayes. Mother John Doe. Father odd. Stage shelter. Got job. Bussing tables. Diner. Saved tips. Sketched nights. Mom's face. Fading questions growing. Jess visited. Took bus. Cried. Hugged. Stay with me. No need. Answers left. Teary. Worked. Waited. Jack's call. Lifeline. Alex got job. 2 pizza place. We swapped stories. Planned futures. His music. Mine. Art kept me sane. Days blurred. Mind a maze of why of who of what. Next month. 2. Jack called. Meet diner. Rushed folder across table. Birth cert. Ellen Hayes. John Doe. Note. Baby. Tara transferred. Custody. Day 2. Who? Ellen frowned. Doug found. Nurse retired. Akron. Knows. Paid visit. Talked. Drove. Mind racing. Akron. Gray house. Sagging porch. Knocked. Ruth 70ish. Frail. Tea steaming. Said I'm Tara. Ellen's daughter. Nodded. Knew her work. Maternity. 99. Birth. Odd. Ellen frantic. Begged. Hide you from what? Dangerous man. Kill you both. Stared. Killer. Father. Mind spun. Ruth sipped tea. Your mother scared. Ellen said he'd kill you. Took you. Day 2. Gave her. Ran. Left hospital. Never saw again. Who? No name. Just fear. Eyes shook. Dangerous mob. Drugs. What? Nodded. Maybe changed name after Ellen Carter. Hid you. Stared. 16 years. Lie. Protection. Couldn't breathe. Left house. Head pounding. Called Jack. Killer. Father whistled. Mob. Drugs. Big. Need more. Go back. Cleveland. Confront. Agreed. Mind a storm. Answers close. Ruth's words a key to locked doors. Saved tip. Spot bus ticket. August 2015. Boarded Greyhound suitcase light heart heavy Jess met station hug tight crazy no drove mom's house Corolla gone new car knock no answer neighbor moved weeks ago sank trail cold stayed Jess basement sketched nights Jack track Toledo hospital job took bus gritty tired found St. Vincent's waited shift and saw blonde Bob Grayer walked diner watched sip coffee 16 years daughter now ghost couldn't face yet needed more rented room diner tips watched routine diner home small apartment Jack sent file Ellen Hayes alias Carter 99 changed name after birth why hiding father planned followed home knocked next night Tara why rehearsed she opened froze Tara whispered stepped back pushed and talking now sat couch shook shouldn't be here why not your daughter tears welled lied save you from what father dangerous killed wanted you dead stared killer mob mind spun 16 lie shield couldn't speak her sobs room heavy father mob enforcer dead now couldn't risk you why airport couldn't lie more you asked questions truth close pushed away stared abandoned nodded better alone dead hugged first since 16 tears mixed couldn't forgive hate stayed night couch morning coffee silent truce fragile asked more who he no name just shadow ran hid you why me born thought cheated you proof mind a whirl killer father lie protection her eyes old tired truth await we shared left Toledo bus Jess hugged okay no nodded stayed weeks worked diner sketched less mind settling mom called sorry no hung Jack closed case no charge tough smiled tough lies rebuilt slow GD art school nights stared stars father's ghost rumors no face void filled color Alex visited played guitar laughed healed Jess mom cooked we ate family forming scars there but fading mind a canvas reshaping 2016 art school Chicago scholarship dorm purple walls sketched mom softer Jess visited laughed healed mom wrote read didn't reply time needed father shadow faded mob tales no name just story 18 Tara not daughter mine built life slow job cafe tips sketches nights friends grew Alex 2 music gigs we cheered each other dreams roots deep not hers mine couldn't forget airport could move past mind clearer strength mind 2017 mom called moving Cleveland meet yes diner old haunt looked older tired sat coffee talked slow lied save you know lived fine nodded tears hugged forgiveness crept not full stayed hours stories bridge half built Jess joined laughed mom shy healed slow Alex came played guitar night warm couldn't erase past could build now mind a mix scars hope her daughter mind 2018 graduated job design firm Cleveland near mom dinners weekly her place small warm cooked sketch talked father quiet story not burden 20 hers not his raised saved left found mind clear scars their map survival Jess engaged Alex toured we grew family hers mind tangled roots deep couldn't undo airport could reclaim its strength hers mind forged fire 2020 mom sick cancer called me over sat bed Tara truth whispered father enforcer dead 05 hid you fear lingered while I thought alive couldn't risk stared 16 protection love twisted hugged cried forgive whispered yes stayed weeks cared her cooked sketched she smiled faded died quiet left me letter Tara my daughter always tears fell truth hers mind scars healed late mind a storm settled 2025 10 years airport 26 dinner Jess house mom gone her letter frame proud grabbed Jess hand me 2 airport scar wound but when truth hit killer father lie shield stood stronger rebuilt hers mine Alex played gig we danced Jess laughed past shadow future light couldn't erase could own daughter hers always hers mind a tapestry pain strength love wove